The camel shovels snow in front of the house every day, but when the green aurora borealis appears in the sky, he stops working and goes home, and then the magic happens. Every piece of furniture in the camel's house is tied up with a rope. The camel makes a cup of milk tea. The camel looks around warily before gulping it down. 2.5 seconds later, the camel was full. At that moment, the sound of a girl's laughter came from the sky. Fearful, the camel hurriedly puts the cup away before petting his favorite squirrel. He quickly hides under the blanket. The camel starts counting down the seconds. Then the sky suddenly darkens. At the end of the day, the camel tilts his head and falls asleep. But shortly after he falls asleep, an earthquake of magnitude 10 hits the area. And the camel didn't wake up. The next day the camel wakes up and the house is a mess. But the camel is used to it. He puts everything back in its place in an orderly fashion. Then he takes his tools and goes back to clearing the snow from in front of his house. This is a daily routine for the camel. And when he's done, the green light in the sky comes back on. The camel had to go home. Today's drink is curry-flavored milk tea. Just then the sound of a girl's laughter came again. Knowing it was time, the camel lay down under the covers and went to sleep. But today the earthquake was even stronger. The camel's bed was shaken to the other side. The whole forest shook. But the camel pretends it's not happening and goes about his business. He don't go home until the sky turns green. At night, the world shakes. But the camel slept through the night without a scratch. That day, the camel's shovel disappeared and he went through the house. But there was no sign of it. The camel had to shovel the snow with his bare hands. Within 5 minutes, he was exhausted. The camel lay down to rest and realized there was a girl in the sky. The camel thought he was hallucinating. He fell asleep on the ground. And the green light came again. The snow blew him into the air and he found the shovel. And all that happened was that the girl was playing with a crystal ball.